morning. Nice to meet you. I wish this were under better circumstances, but thanks for joining us today.
Good morning.
Well, you say this decision is undemocratic, but the commission set out participation criteria, which included having an MP in the last parliament, having endorsed candidates in 90% of the ridings, and be polling over 4% in the national polls. Currently, you guys are just over 2. Parties had to meet at least 2 of these requirements. What is undemocratic, in your opinion, about this decision?
Well, the fact that we did meet 2 of the criteria, the first one having MPs in the House of Commons, and the second one which was having nominated, not confirmed, I stress this word here, but nominated 90% candidates in 90% of the ridings throughout the country, which we also did by nominating 340 candidates. Now, between the deadline for that nomination for the commission and the deadline for the confirmation from Elections Canada, which was a week later, we faced significant challenges in the field with a lot of pushback from various parties and also citizens, difficulty collecting signatures needed by Elections Canada for confirmation. Now it appears the commission is punishing us for both doing that, but also in some few cases having candidates who decided not to run because they faced criticisms in their community that they were quote unquote splitting the vote. I think it's a very unfortunate and sad day, but once again, not very surprising because a lot of Conservative and Bloc commentators pushed hard on the commission to exclude us. So this, for me, very clearly is a political decision and a sad one for democracy.
For people who are just catching up on this conversation, you have claimed that this was a coordinated effort by the Bloc Quebecer and the Conservative commentators. What evidence do you have to support that?
Well, the final list of candidates was public and has been public now for 10 days. It took 9 days before the commission signified to us that we were disinvited from the commission. Let's remember here that the commission did extend an invitation to us. We were planning for those debates, and at 7 a.m. yesterday morning, they in fact communicated with journalists before they communicated with us that we were going to be disinvited. Now, in that period, we saw a number of commentators from the National Post, from the Journal de Montréal, from various Conservative corners and Bloc Québécois corners come very hard at us, saying that we would steal attention from the needed questioning of Mark Carney. But clearly to us, this is about Mr. Blanchet being afraid of another Quebecer on stage debating with him. And of course, while Conservatives have never been strong friends or allies, it was very disappointing to see the NDP not be more supportive of another progressive voice that they clearly weren't. The Liberals were the only one, interestingly enough, even though we have many points of disagreement with them, to say that the decision was unfortunate and that they wished it hadn't been made in such a way.
Are you expecting the commission to reverse its decision? I mean, you found out at the last minute that you weren't allowed to be in the French debate. Do you think there could also be a reversal that would allow you to participate in the English debate tonight?
Well, in many ways, that would be the right thing to do, but this is a bilingual country. I'm running in Montreal. It's clearly going to have significant impacts on it, and the Commission recognized this by saying its decision was infringing on our freedom of expression, but also on the right of Canadians to get all the information before they head out to vote. So it's a truly unfortunate decision, and we're still exploring the various legal recourse we have. This is not the end of it for the Commission, for sure.
This was my next question to you, is what is your next step? I imagine you are not stopping here with just saying you're disappointed.
Well, I spent 15 years of my life fighting for human rights and uplifting voices in conflict areas of various people. So I find it extremely infuriating to see a non-elected body in this country decide what the viability or so-called viability of a political party would be, especially one with seats in the House of Commons. Let's remember here that Preston Manning was allowed to participate in debates because he had one member of Parliament And so these, this decision to me signifies very clearly the push towards, once again, this kind of bipartisan system that we see south of the U.S. And it's unfortunate because Canada is too diverse and too big to accommodate this sort of simple narrative. Unfortunately, we see a lot of very powerful actors in the society push in that direction. That won't prevent us from continuing to do the work. We're presenting our platform today. We're continuing to offer an opportunity for Canadians to take a real stand for social justice and environmental justice. But of course, we see it as an extremely unfortunate thing that we were denied the opportunity to speak to all Canadians yesterday and today.
Green Party co-leader Jonathan Pedneault, I want to thank you for joining us. This is the day after finding out that you will not be participating in the leaders' debates in the 2025 election. Jonathan, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.